What is up, guys? It's Dudan here, bringing you a new video here today. Budget PC versus 4K. And we're going to see how my budget 1080p gaming PC holds up against 2160p resolution. I have a GTX 960, which is a lower end 1080p card, and a Ryzen 5 1600 CPU. The first game I'm going to benchmark is Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm using NVIDIA's Shadowplay to record the gameplay, which reduces the frame rate by a few percentage. So if you see the frames at 30 frames per second, in real-time gameplay it will be 35, so add 5 frames per second to each frame rate you see displayed in this video. Recording these clips in 4K with a very high bitrate took a large amount of frames away, as large as 10 frames per second while recording. In GTA 5 Ultra settings, with MSAA disactivated, we're seeing 20 frames per second range, which for me as a PC gamer is unplayable, but a very respectable frame rate in 4K resolution, with a GTX 960, which is a card for 1080p. Now going from ultra settings to a mix of high and normal settings, we're at a stable 40 frames per second, which is console level frame rates at 4K resolution. I wasn't able to find any information on GTA 5 and 4K on PS4 Pro, but we can use Uncharted as a reference point at how much performance the PS4 Pro can give at 4K. The PS4 Pro runs Uncharted 4 at 1440p 30 frames per second, so we can assume that GTA 5 would run at 30 frames per second in 4K or 1440p. We have already matched the PS4 Pro in frame rates at native 4K resolution. It's worth noting that PS4 Pro doesn't run all games in native 4K, but 1440p or upscaled resolutions. My budget PC with a lower end 1080p card is running GTA 5 at a full native 4K resolution at console FPS, proving that you don't need to spend thousands of dollars to game at 4K like some people claim. Turning the graphics down even further to normal settings, with anisotropic filtering ×8, we can see that we're hitting 60 frames per second more often and dipping below 50 less and less. Keep in mind that my frames are higher when I'm not recording, so add 5 frames to what you see. My PC was built with 1080p as my goal resolution, so the fact that I'm able to play in native 4K resolution and get playable frame rates even while recording shows that you don't need to break the bank to play in higher resolutions, even though I prefer to play in 1080p with higher frame rates.